Alistair Crooks, Traders Support Club founder, trader and trainer. Alistair has a 20-year experience in trading on exchange market. Since 2011, he has been a member of the Global Advisors Management Board on the recommendation of Rich Dad Education. He was one of the 2 traders who traded live before 400 delegates at the London Forex Show in 2015. He is the co-author of The Madness of Money and one of the most popular trading coaches and mentors. So, hi Alastair.
Hi.
You are one of the few traders and teachers who were strong and confident enough to establish your own trading club, which is Trading Support Club. So please tell me, why did you decide to do it?
I did it for two main reasons. One, that a lot of students will go to an event for 3 days and learn about trading, and that event may be great, but what they don't have is they don't have the ongoing support, because you learn so much when you actually go and apply what you learn in the classroom. But having some guidance, we call it a structured feedback process, so having guidance as you go along from traders that are in the market, possibly in similar trades to you, that are trading all the time, rather than theoretical concepts, means that trade is going to move forward more quickly. It doesn't mean they're going to have all winning trades, but certainly if things aren't working, it can be picked up more quickly, and they will learn faster, which means they're more motivated and more likely to succeed.
And you are organizing live trading sessions as one of the methods, right?
Yes, so we have different methods. We have video training, we have live events, be it theoretical live events and live trading events. I always try and tag on at least a Monday or a Tuesday if we do a live event. So anything that we've learned in the classroom, we then apply live. But most importantly, I have an online trading room. So I have traders signing in, like a webinar, signing in from New Zealand, from Canada, from South Africa, from London. So I can be talking to you and you can be 5 miles up the road, or you can be 5,000 miles away, but you're still learning. And the great thing about that is traders are seeing me trade all the time. They're seeing the winners, they're seeing the losers, and they're seeing the pattern, and it also means I can coach people live. It's one thing showing somebody after the event, but if you can question them and coach them as they're trading, they're going to benefit a lot more.
So talking about teaching students from all around the world, from Europe and the US, you have also been cooperating with the best coaches from around the world. My question is there any difference between traders from different parts of the world, especially if you have spotted any specific traits of the Ukrainian traders, of the Ukrainian audience?
Well, you guys here are very, very focused. I've noticed that. Sometimes in the UK, people can be a little bit laid back. Think they, there's a level of comfort there. But so the guys I've spoken to here are very, very focused. But as a general rule, traders tend to do two things similar: focus too much on the number of winning trades they have, and not how big the winners are. So the old saying of letting your winners run and cutting your losses short is applicable as something that the majority of traders don't do, whether it be here in the Ukraine or in the UK or in South Africa or wherever it is. So that's it, a universal skill that I think all traders, wherever you are in the world, have to get over. And it's not something you wake up and suddenly you've got. You have to go through the process. But I think what I see generally, and I've seen it here and I see it in the UK, is people are looking for something else, whether it's trading or some form of tool to be able to either add to a pension or to be able to create a second income. And that's the thing I'm seeing more and more of, is the guy or girl on the street is wanting, the job isn't enough anymore. So desire, wherever it is, whether it's South Africa or here or UK, is as a collective, you guys are very, very hungry here, but as a collective, everybody's looking for that little bit more. And the great thing is with the internet now, it doesn't matter whether you're here or it doesn't matter whether you're in New Zealand, you can start tapping into traders. And what's great for me is I can still trade and teach, because I'm sat at home in my trading room. I don't have to get on a plane for 10 hours to do that. So it means, the world's getting smaller and smaller, and as a trader you can benefit from that.
So as a trading teacher, what would be your main recommendations to the beginners?
Focus on managing risk. It's not sexy, but if you speak to brokers, you'll know that they will say a large number of traders simply don't manage their risk and blow their accounts too quickly. So wherever you are, focus on managing your risk, because most traders are thinking about how much money they can make. So in the early days, think about managing your risk, and focus on less. So I think in trading, less is more. There is so much information out there, and that's another reason why Trader Support Club evolved. Not that the information is wrong, but as a trader, you can't trade every single concept, and people tend to be doing too much. So they would be the two things: manage risk and actually focus on less. Focus on less indicators, less technical analysis, but the right technical analysis for you and the right strategy for you.
In your technique of trading, I'm sure there are some psychological aspects as well. Does the knowledge of some psychological aspects of trading apply in any way in your personal life?
Absolutely, the two are not mutual. They are linked. And for me, I've invested money and time into personal development, things like Tony Robbins events and all different types of personal development. But I've probably learned just as much about myself from trading as I have from any tool that I've actually gone out and invested in. I think one of the biggest correlations is having certainty in uncertain times. We're living in uncertain times at the moment, and as a trader, you're dealing with uncertainty every single day. You trade, I always say, you trade to the right-hand side of the screen. You trade, you don't know what is going to happen. And as a result of that, the skill of dealing with uncertainty can be really helpful in everyday life. You're certainly not as affected as much by all of the things that are going on, the US elections and Brexit and all these things. The majority of people are panicking and are worried, but as a trader, you're dealing with uncertainty, but on the top of that, you're learning that there's always opportunity. So if markets fall, you can short the market if it fits your strategy. So using that means that when you go into real world, if everyone else is feeling negative or uncertain, you come at it from a perspective where you're coping better with it, but also you're looking for the opportunity as opposed to looking for the uncertainty.
So does it mean that you feel like you control your own life more?
Oh, absolutely. If you have a vehicle that can make money when the markets are going up and the markets are going down, one of the things new traders do is they'll often bias alongside because they're psychologically wired to make money when things go up. And as they get better and their short trades catch up, they suddenly realise that, well, hang on a minute, as long as I've got a tool, it's not guaranteed, but if I've got a tool that consistently works regardless of which way the market's going, you feel more in control, you feel more secure.